This February, we've been celebrating Black History Month, so now is a great time to talk about blood donation in the Black community. Joining me now is Harry Thomas, BloodWorks Northwest Vice President of Marketing, Operations, and Planning. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming. So you commissioned a study on Black donors and found some sobering results. So tell us about the study.
Yes, we did. Even though it's Black History Month now, we did this summer back. Did this study back over the summer, and it was the first of its kind type of study. We had a summer intern that helped us out, an MBA intern, and we looked at a few things. One is what was the prior literature on this topic. We looked at what other blood centers across the U.S. were doing, and we commissioned a quantitative study of over 1,500 Black participants in the Pacific Northwest, first of its kind large study, as well as doing some qualitative interviews with community leaders to put some context to those surveys.
Okay, so what did you find?
Well, what we found was that trust or mistrust is a major issue, a major barrier that we're dealing with. And it's not particular to the blood industry, but more so to the medical community. And based on historic inequities as well as current disparities that people were feeling, whether for themselves or family members, there was some questions around things like where does my blood go? What are they going to do with my blood? How am I going to be treated if I show up for a blood donation? So some real concerns that we feel we're going to have to address as an industry.
For sure. So what are the numbers that we're talking about here, like in terms of donation within the African American community versus other demographics?
Yeah, for the general population, we see about 3% of the population in a given year will donate blood. For the African American community, unfortunately, it's only 1%. So there is an opportunity there to lift that number and see if we can get patients and donors matched in terms of their blood.
Yeah, so what can be done to turn this trend around, you think?
What we heard consistently in our surveys was that African Americans, Blacks don't want to just be asked for a donation, that we really need to engage in the community, be there full time, and work with the community, make a connection, personal connection, and go about it that way.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So what is BloodWorks Northwest doing to make that more personal connection?
The great news is that we already have a community engagement team. This is part of what we do. We do community blood drives, and in that we reach out to churches, synagogues, mosques, businesses, civic groups, and so that's already something that we do. And we need to expand our net, reach out to organizations that have access to the Black community, and do our blood drives through them and build our community in that way.
Yeah, because BloodWorks Northwest is based in Seattle, but you have centers all over, including one in Beaverton. But this is a problem all across the Pacific Northwest, right?
It is. So BloodWorks Northwest supplies about 95% of the hospitals in the Pacific Northwest, and that's all the way from Eugene all the way up to Bellingham, Washington. So we have those donor centers as well as blood drives throughout that area in Western Washington and Western Oregon, and we're tackling it across that whole territory.
Yeah, and I understand people in Southwest Washington can now get their blood type on their driver's license. So explain that and then tell us why it's important.
Yeah, this is a new feature in Washington that is optional, but if you are a driver in Washington, you can go to the Department of Licensing and get your blood type on your driver's license. I know personally, I didn't used to remember what my blood type was. And so here it is right on your license. It's a very simple process. You show up at the Department of Licensing, you show proof either from BloodWorks or from other blood centers, your doctor or a lab. And it could be, for instance, our app. You just show them what we have told you your blood type is, whether it's on the app, or email from us, or any other documentation.
I mean, that seems like crucial if you are unfortunately in a car crash or some medical emergency, right?
Yes, exactly. It's important to match the blood type for those situations.
Yeah. Okay, where can people go to learn more, sign up to donate, and possibly, read more about the study?
Yeah, absolutely. So they could go to bloodworksnw.org. and find out where they can donate. There's mobile drives throughout the area. We have about doubled our mobile drives in the last 2 years, so we're probably close to you.
Yeah, I bet. Okay, thank you so much for coming, Harry. Really appreciate it.
Great, thanks for having me.